Yofi, Bezrat Hashem, look, what can I tell you? Hashem is so sweet. And you want to learn Likutei Moharan, so we learn Likutei Moharan. Rashechem, Shivtechem, V'chulei, Torah Memdalet 44. The one that lives in Eretz Israel, so he's like a person that's got God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One of our friends wrote me a message that in Eretz Israel you cannot avoid the truth. You cannot lie to yourself. And when you're outside of Eretz Israel, so life is taking your thoughts away from you, and you just lose it. תפילות כנגד תמידין וכולי, היינו בחינת ארץ ישראל, the aspect of ארץ ישראל, היינו על ידי מחאת כפיים, by clapping our hands, נתבטל מחשבות עכו"ם, we're canceling the thoughts of the foreign nations, means the bad thoughts of the nations on us. כי כל הדר בחוץ לארץ, because everyone that lives away out from ארץ ישראל, דומה כמי שאין לו אלוקאי, he's like a person that doesn't have God. I know it's very frightening, but it's not my radical classes that are saying that. It's Gemara. It's Mishnayot, it's Gemarot. I'm not making up. It's also not Likutei Moharan, the radical Chassid Rabbi Nachman of Breslev. It's not Gemara. What do you want? Gemara is saying that that's the truth. That's the reality. If you don't live in Eretz Israel, so it's like you don't have God. You can be religious, you can have people drill into your brain. We're going to complain on our neighbors that they're making so much noise. Was it you? I couldn't care less. I'm serving him. No one's supposed to serve me. I need to serve him. And what that he wants from me, that's what I'm doing. If you have complaints on people, if you have arguments, if you have anger, if you have sadness, it means you still think that someone needs to work for you. If you still have sadness, if you're still frustrated, Rabbeinu is defining sadness, that you're angry at Hashem Yitbarach, that He's not fulfilling your will. That's the meaning of the word sadness. Why am I sad? Because Hashem is not doing what that I want Him to do. So I'm going to be sad. That's my sweet revenge. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to show Him. I'm going to go to sleep now. You think someone needs to work for you. You think someone needs to run for you. Someone needs to bring things for you. You don't understand still how much you need to serve, how much you need to appreciate, how much you need to love, how much you need to give, how much you need to sacrifice. Yesterday, Hashem Yitbarach really humiliated me and showed me how far I am from being strong and from being a man of faith and being tzaddik and being kadosh and being all kinds of things that I'm not. And He just showed it to me. He just was so kind with to remind me, where am I coming from? And it didn't shake me at all. I didn't lost my will and my stability because of that at all. It just, okay, now I can work Hashem Yitbarach even more lishma. It gave me more will to nullify myself to Hashem, because okay, so really if I'm achieving so much and I'm so far from Kedusha and I'm so far from Emunah, from faith, and really Hashem Yitbarach, He loves me so much to keep me inside His holy system, even though I'm so far away from Him. So, to His kindness, to His greatness, there is no measure. That you cannot count His mercy. You cannot measure His kindness. You just need to have appreciation. Look how good He is. Look how nice He is. How kind He is. Look how many good things He helps me to do, and I'm so far from Him. And that's the right attitude. All of those obstacles that a person have in his life are coming only to test you. Are you a liar, or are you that person that you claim to be? Those are the tests. You're saying, I want to serve Hashem. Okay, now we're going to check you on that, just on that. We're not checking you if you're righteous. We're not checking you if you're pure. We're just checking what that you just said. Things are following your mouth all of the time. You say, no, I love Torah. Okay, I want to learn Torah. Great, now we're going to check it with you. We're going to put a Gemara and a nice barbecue. We're going to put the Gemara and another a tempting test for you. A trip, a movie, news, wow, news, holy news, the holy news, messages from above, holy news, holy imaginations. Really, nothing into it, all lies. Just to establish the fears and the anxieties and the reality, the fake reality of this fake world. Alma de Shikra, Olam HaSheker, world of lie. I'll explain to you how can it be that this world is a world of lie, and you're going to understand it completely now. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to reveal His Rachamim, His mercy, on someone. Okay, so His mercy were with Him before. Okay, now you need to reveal it. Your mercy. There is no one there to receive your kindness, your mercy. So it's like you're not. Because if you're rich and you have all of the money in the world, but you don't do anything with it, so it's like you're poor. You don't buy food, you don't give charity, it's like you're poor. If you have food and you don't eat it, so it's like you don't have food. If you have wisdom and you're not talking to no one, you're not sharing, so it's like you're stupid. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He was very Rahman, very merciful, but He didn't have no creations. He didn't have people to reveal His mercifulness on them. So it was like that He didn't have it at all. So what He done? He removed Himself to the sides. That's already a lie. Because you cannot remove Hashem. You cannot take away Hashem. Hashem is not going anywhere. Hashem is infinity. Hashem is endless. Hashem is everywhere. And even now, after that the world been created, we know for sure that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here with us. We just cannot see it. But He's here. So actually all of the beginning of the creation of Hashem Yitbarach take Himself to the sides is a fake. That's the fake reality of this world. And then He creates a world that calls Olam. Olam milshon elem. A world that hides the creation of Hashem. Why? Because you cannot create the world until you take away Hashem. Because Hashem and the world cannot exist in the same place. Why? Because this is Alma de Shikra, that's the world of lie. And Hashem Yitbarach is truth. So both of the things cannot be in the same place. Because Dover Shkarim lo yikon leneged enai. Someone that is a liar cannot stand in front of me. So Hashem Yitbarach, He had to go, but He cannot go. And that's the evidence that the world is a world of lie. And all of the world is just lying and lying 24/7, making up. No, it's a book. I tell you, it's an amazing book. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's all Hashem. No, but it's a book. No, it's a lie. It's all Hashem. No, but listen, you can read in it. Yes, I know. But it's a lie. It's all Hashem. How can it be that it's all Hashem? Okay, you cannot see Hashem. Hashem is hiding Himself inside the book, between the lines, between the pages. Hashem is not only what that's written in this book. Hashem is also your understandings from that book. Because in Sunday you're going to read that page with certain thoughts. In Monday you're going to find yourself in that page. And then you're going to have different thoughts. So it's a different book for you today. Different understandings. But it's the same book. Yeah, but you're a different person. So how can it be different understandings from the same book? Because it's a world of lie. Because the real Hashem Yitbarach, the wisdom of Hashem Yitbarach is like pure energy, is moving beyond the speed of light, beyond every measure, beyond our ability to grab it. He's just flying and filling the world and moving all of the systems in the right speed to make this world that have a purpose of hiding and denying the existence of Hashem Yitbarach to work. Hashem Yitbarach is speeding up processes that will help us to forget Hashem, because that was His will. How can it be that that was His will? Because, like we said before, if Hashem Yitbarach got a certain nature, that He is Rahman, that He's got mercy, and He wants to help His creations, He needs His creations to need Him. Because if they will not gonna need Him, so it will never gonna be kindness, it will never gonna be Rahmanut. Rachamim, mercy, is something that you give to someone that needs the mercy. Someone that is not worthy, someone that is poor, someone that is lack. So if you're not going to create a fake reality of lacking, you will not going to be able never to reveal your kindness as the Creator. But the Creator is filling all of the worlds, and He's inside every detail, and He's outside surrounding the world, and kevodo malei olam, and He's honoring, He's filling the wide world, and everything is Him, and en od milvado. Okay. And the lie is that He's not there, that you need Him. The fact that you need Him is already a lie, because He's there already. Just because that we're under the supervision of the stars and the nature and this world, so all of those stars are blocking the light of Hashem. Because even the sun that is shining and bringing down light to the world is blocking the light of Hashem. Why? Because now you know that when you need light, you're not going to call Hashem. You're going to open the window. You're going to turn on the light. So you don't need Hashem if you have the sun. That's a chidush, right? What is the chidush of Rum? What did I just said? That people are... What? No. No, I moved from that sun to the other sun, to the imaginary sun. That if you have the sun, so you don't need Hashem. That people think that if they connected themselves to the one that claims to be his son, so they don't need Hashem anymore. And the sun gonna save them. That imaginary sun that doesn't have no existence.
So we always need Hashem.
We always need Hashem, and everyone needs Hashem, because Hashem is good for everything. Hashem is the secret of creation. Hashem Yitbarach is the source of life. And people are too scared to follow Hashem Yitbarach b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol mo'adecha. What's going to happen to you? What do you think that's going to happen to you? And if it's going to happen to you, so what's so bad with that? Even the worst. Let's say the worst just happened. So what? Why are you so afraid? Why the person is going to be so afraid to lose what he has? Why to be afraid? What's going to happen if you're not going to have it? Let's say you're not going to have it. Let's say you're going to lose it. So what? So you're going to be hungry. So let's say that you're going to be hungry. The worst, Mama, I took you to the lowest level. Just you're desperate. You need bread. Dry, rotten bread going to make you the happiest person in the world today. So what? So what? Why you care so much? Because you're afraid. The fear is the worst enemy. The fear is the worst enemy. It distracts your thoughts. It distracts your thoughts from the purpose. You can serve Hashem Yitbarach even when you're starving. Righteous people were serving Hashem Yitbarach in the camps, in the forests, in the woods, in the freezing cold of Poland, of Russia, of Germany, of Austria. They were serving Hashem. They wouldn't eat bread without netilat yadayim. They wouldn't eat meat that is not kosher no matter what's going to happen, even if they're going to die. And they died. And what happened? They joined Rabbi Akiva and his friends in heaven. They just joined Rabbi Akiva and his friends in heaven. And what's so bad with that? Just you're afraid of death. Why? Because you're not thinking about the things and all the way. You're going to die. Anyway, you're going to die. No matter what you're going to do, you're going to die. One day you're going to die. Wake up. One day you're going to wake up and see Hashem. One day that dream of this world, of the fake reality, that bubble, going to explode. Boom. And you're going to find yourself standing in front of Hashem. And only the truth is going to stand over there to tell you how far, how deep you fell into the scams and the lies and the fake of the imaginary world. In that day, in the future to come, Hashem Yitbarach gonna say to all of the people, Anochi Ani Hashem, I am Hashem. Like that Yosef said, Ani Yosef, I'm your brother Yosef. And everyone was so shocked and amazed. Why? Because they couldn't imagine that Yosef was so huge. And when Hashem gonna say, Ani Hashem, I am Hashem, so people are gonna be scared. People are gonna say, what? Really? It wasn't my wife? Really? It wasn't my mortgage? Really? It wasn't my car? It wasn't my it wasn't my parent? It wasn't me? Also, I wasn't there? What are you gonna do then when you're gonna realize that it wasn't you? Now it's so easy for you to blaming yourself on what that you caused to your son, on how that you treat your wife, on the reason that you lost your money. It's so easy to blame yourself. But what you're going to do when one day Hashem going to tell you, no, it wasn't you. I just wanted it to be like that. I was abusing them. It was me. I wanted to do that. I know why. Here, I'm going to explain. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. That is the exact path that they were supposed to walk in. And my intention in the end was that they're going to achieve this and that level. And look how great it was for them. And except of apologizing and asking for forgiveness, you won't have anything else to say. Because he's going to be right in that day. Because he saw things that you couldn't see. Because you think that marshmallow and cream and ice cream is the best thing in the world. And he knows better than you. He knows that it's actually damaging your teeth and distracting your thoughts and making you weak and killing your will to serve Hashem. And you don't see that. You think that, no, it's going to make me happy to eat now. It's going to make me healthy to sleep now. Hashem, He knows better. Hashem, He knows the truth. He knows exactly what's really going to bring you to the purpose. And the purpose is to be one, united with Hashem. 100% with Hashem. To feel Hashem, to live Hashem. To feel Hashem in your fingertips, in all of your organs, in all of your body. To eat Hashem, to breathe Hashem, to talk Hashem, to see Hashem, to hear Hashem, to smell Hashem, to think Hashem. All day long, to be wrapped with Hashem. That Hashem's being gonna cover, gonna fill all of your existence. That you won't have anything else except of Hashem in your life. That when you learn, Hashem is teaching me. And when you eat, Hashem is feeding me. And when you think, so those are the thoughts that Hashem is bringing into my mind. And when you need something, only Hashem can help me. That's simple faith. It's simple faith. Those are not the levels of the righteous people. That is the obligation of faith. And also all of the nations are obligated to achieve that level of faith. To count on Hashem. Not to give the power and the imaginary trust to no one in the world, even not to righteous people. Even to count on righteous people, it's a mistake. Because you can lose him. Because Moshe said to Yeshua, I'm coming. And he was late in 6 hours. 6 hours late. So even a righteous man can find himself falling. He wanted to come, but he fell in the middle of the street. What do you want? Your rabbi, the holiest person in the world, he's stuck in traffic. Hashem stuck him in traffic. What do you want? What do you want from him? It's not his fault. You now call to order pizza. Okay, Hashem, I want pizza. Great. You know exactly what you ordered. Do you know who's going to be the messenger, the person, the delivery man, the one that's going to bring the pizza? Do you know what he's going to bring with the pizza? He can bring a smile with the pizza. He can bring a threat with the pizza. He can bring anger with the pizza. He can bring I don't know what with the pizza. You order just pizza. No. There is much more to life than that pizza. And Hashem Yitbarach, He gonna supply and gonna bring and gonna deliver all of what that you need to receive through that pizza that you ordered. No problem. It's gonna be that person that knows that person, that is connected to that family, that actually lives in that area, and more and more and more. And no one knows, and you will never gonna know that he was there, that he was looking, that he was hearing, that he catch up some details and information. And only in 2.5 months from now, he gonna talk about that situation that he had when he came to that area, to that neighborhood, and delivered pizza. You don't know what Hashem is doing. You just asked for pizza. But Hashem is a lot more Rahman than you imagine. He's a lot more mercy than you imagine. Hashem Yitbarach, He takes care of all of your details, all of your tikkun, to bring us to the purpose, to complete everything that we need, to bring us to the place that we're going to see Him completely, to achieve complete faith. And there is no way to do it, no way in the world to do it without Hitbodedut. No way in the world to achieve complete faith without daily, long conversation with the Creator. No way. We can talk about it. You can hear amazing classes. Lemaise, bottom line, if you want to bring that wisdom to action, you need to talk about it a lot with Hashem. You need to tell Him, I forgot you today. Please help me to remember you. Hashem, here I failed. I distracted my thoughts. Maybe you distracted my thoughts. What actually happened with me over there in that situation, Hashem? Help me to understand. Help me to see. Help me to understand what you want from me. Help me to understand the message. What was so important in that argument, in that situation? What is the message? What is the wisdom? And when you're going to want Hashem Yitbarach b'chol levavcha, with all of your heart, then you're going to see Him. Before you prepare the vessel, He will not going to give you the bounty, because that bounty is going to destroy you. So this is why when you prepare your vessels and you focus on that, what is my purpose in life? Who I supposed to be? What I supposed to do? How I supposed to behave? What I should think? What I should do with my life? How I should deal with those situations? By doing that, you're preparing the vessel and you're actually bringing the bounty, you're bringing the shefa that is so required, that's so important to you. Without Hitbodedut, without daily preparation, without daily conversation of opening ourselves to Hashem Yitbarach and sharing with Him and telling Him and asking from Him and talking to Him again and again like you talk to your best friend. Not Shirat HaBakashot, songs of requests. Hashem, I need money. Hashem, I need a shidur. Hashem, I need children. Hashem, I need a car. Hashem, I need a house. No, that's not Hitbodedut. That is not Hitbodedut. It might be tefillah, those are requests, it's something good. You can take that part and also to add it into your Hitbodedut. But when you do Hitbodedut, the finest, the best Hitbodedut that can be is when you talk to Hashem Yitbarach, to the Creator, like you talk to your best friend. That you clear a certain amount of time and you go to spend time with Hashem and you just talk to Him. You lean back and you relax, you sit or you walk, whatever you feel comfortable, and you just open your heart to Him and you tell Him, I don't get you, Hashem. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm trying and I'm doing and it's so hard and I'm going through so many things in life. What's going on, Hashem? Can you open up to me like I'm opening myself to you? Can you talk to me like I'm talking to you? Can you please? But, warning, be careful from what you ask. Because if you ask for it, you're going to receive it. If you ask to know the truth, you're going to hear it. And sometimes it won't be so nice. Because you can understand one day what is causing all of your issues. And there's no suffering without a sin. So if you suffer and you want to know why and you ask it, Finally you're going to be answered. And you need to check yourself if you're really able to take in that information, to understand that wisdom, to receive, to take that rebuke with love. But if you will, I promise you, if you will, the health and the happiness and the joy that you're going to receive and the spiritual development that you're going to go through going to be so amazing and so beautiful and so inspiring and so developing, so huge, so beautiful, that only then you're going to understand how worthy it was to suffer. If you're going to ask Yosef HaTzadik, are you ready to go to hell for 12 years? Are you ready to go to Egypt, to leave your father, to leave your family, not to be married, not to have children? No one will say yes. But after the fact, tell him after 120, Yosef, are you ready to go through whatever you went through to achieve the level that you achieved after 120, that you became to be Midat Yesod? For sure the answer is going to be yes. But it's the same path. Before you refuse, after you say yes. Why? Because we're blind. Because we don't see the truth. We don't see the result. Lamavet totzaot. The results are coming after death. So we need to be wise, to believe that there are results. Yesh sachar lif'ulatech. There is a reward to your actions, to your effort, to your sweat, to your tears. A modest woman, it's a simple thing that a woman gonna be modest. She doesn't feel no reward on that in her life. No reward on that. She just feel hot, she just feel not comfortable, she just feel trapped, she just feel charedit. She doesn't feel results. How can you feel results? Hashem will bring the results in the world to come. A man that is choosing to follow Hashem, to a woman that decides to make food for Shabbat, which results you're going to see? That people are eating and doesn't appreciate what you do and don't know how to say thank you and doesn't know how to say, oh, it's nice, thank you very much, we appreciate. No one can appreciate your effort. That's the reward. And if they're going to say thank you, is it going to help you? Is it going to make you happy? Okay, thank you. Welcome. Okay, finish. Next. No need to fix the table for the next Seudah. And you have 4. What are you going to do? And then breakfast for the children for Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday, and Wednesday. Which reward you're going to have? You decided to serve Hashem and to commit yourself to the truth, and you go and you... Which reward? Okay, you went to the Bet Knesset. Which reward? Which joy, which satisfaction you're going to receive from that you're going to be worthy in this world to sacrifice so much? For sure the purpose of this world is not in this world. For sure the purpose of this world is in the world to come. Okay, so you spend a few hours in Bet Midrash. Great. It's worthy only if you believe that it's worthy. The satisfaction, the joy of sitting in a Bet Midrash from the physical side of it is zero. It's a lot more excitement to go to the sea, to windsurf, to eat candies all day long, to drink beers, to go to a party. It's a lot more you can feel excitement physically. But spiritually, when you look at things and you have a simple faith that you connect your actions to the world to come, to the purpose of life, then for sure you can find a lot more taste, a lot more sweetness in Torah mitzvot than in averot and canceling and wasting time on imaginary world of fake. And then everything is fake for you. To drink a beer, you feel the taste of the wheat, the bitterness of the plant. It's not tasty. You drink wine. Everyone that says that he enjoys alcohol is a liar, that's for sure. It's poison. It's just not tasty. No one enjoys it. If you enjoy it, you're lying to yourself. You got used to lie to yourself. It's not tasty. It's just not tasty. And they're saying, Al tam varach en litvakeach. You don't argue on taste and on what is you like and what you don't like. You're not arguing on that. You know why? Because there's no one to argue with. You're making up stories, so there's no argument. En vikuach. Okay, you want to live in your dream. Whiskey. You can clean the floor with whiskey. Arak, vodka. What are those? You can polish the windows with vodka. It's poison. It's not good for the body. It doesn't give anything to your soul. Just separate you from the Creator. Just bring you into an imaginary world of fake. No, now. What now? Now you lost Hashem. Nadav and Avihu found themselves inside of Kodesh HaKodashim, drunk, and they died. Why? Because they lost the vessel of being Kohanim Gdolim in front of Hashem. They lost the ability to communicate with Hashem because of the alcohol. No, I drink Lechovet Shabbos Kodesh. Shtuyot. You're honoring Shabbat by being drunk. That's how you honor someone. If now you're going to have a meeting with the king, you're going to drink alcohol, you're going to lose your mind because you want to honor him, it's just going to bring you to throw nonsense from your mouth, to disrespect him. You just can find yourself making nonsense. I saw once a person in his own wedding. He became to be so drunk in his own wedding that he lost his wedding. After 45 minutes of his wedding, 45 minutes after he got married, that's it. Bad friends gave him vodka, tequila, drink, your wedding, your wedding. A dead person, after 1 hour, he wasn't there. That's your simcha, that's your happiness, that's your joy. So you're going to say, all of the wise guys, but it's written, En simcha ela bebasar beyayin, you cannot be happy if you don't drink and eat meat. Great, right, it's written. Also the Shulchan Aruch is saying that we're not worrying about praying Shachrit, Mincha, Arvit after drinking our wine. Why? Because our wine is not so strong like the wine that they had in the generation of Tanaim ve'Amoraim. Great. So their wine back then was strong as whiskey, as vodka. It was 40% alcohol, 70% alcohol, 99% alcohol. Great, was stronger. Okay? Today is weaker. Don't lie to yourself. Are you able to drink and drink and drink and to stay sober? Your driving is not the same after you drink. Only our regular weak wine, according to Rabbi Yosef Karo, to the Shulchan Aruch, to the Ramah Kadosh. Great. Only drinking beer, light drinks. After 2 bottles of beer, are you driving the same? After 1 bottle, you're not driving the same. No, it's affecting your body. It's not in your free choice. You cannot choose to act normal after you drank the bottle of beer. 1 cup of beer. 1 cup of wine. That's it. You're a different person. You lost your mind. No matter how wise you're going to think you are. You don't react in the same speed. You don't think in the same way. You're not sober. You lost your mind. So, Lichvod Shabbat Kodesh. You're going to lose your sanity to honor Shabbat? Bunch of imaginations. It's a lie. So we need always to seek for the roots, for the real truth. What is really connecting me to Hashem? Not what people are doing usually in Shabbat. No, for Shabbat Kodesh, it's allowed to drink. In Shabbat Kodesh, even more so that it's not allowed to drink. Rabbi Nachman of Breslev once brought a bottle of liquor or something like that, and a small cup like that, a tiny cup. And he said to Rabbi, and he poured from that liquor to that small tiny cup, and he handed it to Rabbi Natan, his student, and to Rabbi Naftali, the same cup. He gave both of them that cup and told them, drink, plural, tishtu. In the Lashon HaKodesh, he said, tishtu, plural, drink. Both of you. And Rabbi Natan looked at that tiny cup. And he said, from that I realized that Rabbeinu doesn't want us to drink. That if you drink, you need to drink a tiny amount. 1 tiny cup for 2 people. 2 men in their 30s. Yes. Because alcohol is not for you. What are you going to do with this alcohol? No. Half of a bottle of scotch. Steaks and scotch. Imaginary world. The show. The fake. No. Vod Shabbat Kodesh. If you're going to bring a pig to the altar and you're going to say for Hashem, it doesn't make him kosher. If you bring treif to the altar to sacrifice and you say no, it's for Hashem, it's not going to kosher this animal. It's not going to purify that impure animal. If you're doing something wrong, the fact that you say on it lichvot Shabbat Kodesh, you just botzea berechni etz Hashem. You're cursing Hashem instead of blessing Him with your imagination, because now your children are going to think that it's allowed to drink in Shabbat, and your children are going to think that it's allowed to talk like you talk, and to behave like you behave, and to be who that you are, and you just disgrace the name of Hashem Yitbarach in the eyes of people. So you caused Chilul Hashem l'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. So your children lost Shabbat, and they will never going to know what Shabbat is, because they think that Shabbat is to eat and drink and go to sleep, and to scream on them before you go to sleep. That's what they think that Shabbat is all about. Oh, father is drinking, mother is sad, screaming at us, eating until he dozes off, fell asleep on the table, and that's it. Tomorrow waking up, 11, 12, something like that, and eating again. And then father goes to drink Suda Shlishit with his friends in the Bet Midrash. Let's hope Hashem gonna wake up all of His mercy on us to make us sober, 24/7 sober. Emunahsober.com. Thank you very much. Chazak u'baruch.